November 2016 General Tarot reading. I want to first start off by apologizing for not being able to get all of my Zodiac readings out in October. I believe I was missing probably 3 signs total, and I think I got yours out last month. And also for this video being late. Unfortunately, I was away due to a very tragic, very close death in my family and was not physically, mentally, or emotionally able to complete those very few readings. But again, my apologies. Thank you to all of you who have continued to return to my channel. And for those of you who are brand new, welcome. Also, thank you to all of my subscribers and for all of your lovely feedback. I always enjoy reading your comments and seeing how your readings play out in your day-to-day lives, and please keep those coming. Also, thank you to those who have contacted me for a personal reading. If you would like a personal reading with me, please follow the link to my website, which is listed in 3 areas: the description, the end of this video, and in the upper corner of the screen. Please remember that these are general readings. It will not apply to each and every Scorpio out there. If this does not resonate with you, I highly recommend that you also watch your moon and your rising sign as well. All right, Scorpio. So let's go ahead and get to it. As usual, I have already shuffled and laid out the cards for your reading for November. And the very first card that you have centering the energy for November is the 9 of Pentacles reversed. Now, the 9 of Pentacles reversed, this is telling me that you need to be careful and to evaluate everything that you do very closely, okay? Really put some thought into it. Don't jump into anything, especially out of spite, okay? Do not be rash or hasty, all right? Also, do not get involved in any kind of gossip or anyone else's drama, because this is telling me that you will definitely be pulled in to a very uncomfortable circumstance. I am also feeling that there is a lack of self-confidence or satisfaction in your life in general, okay, for November. And maybe for some of you, this is just a phase, okay, that you're just kind of feeling down in the dumps. Remember, this too shall pass. But mostly this is an energy about reevaluating or reanalyzing all your goals and desires. Because things have not been going as you have planned as of late. Reprioritize, rethink your life. Steer clear of the idle gossip and mischievous, spiteful goings on as well. You definitely don't want to be involved in something you shouldn't have gotten involved with in the first place, because it can get quite messy, I'm seeing. This also could be implying the loss of a friendship or a partnership of some sort. Again, don't make any rash or hasty decisions. Think things through. All right. So the crossing card is something that can help or hinder. And this is the Major Arcana, the High Priestess. Okay, hopefully you can see that. There we go. All right. So the High Priestess, she's the mysterious one. She is the mystical one. She's usually the psychic, the clairvoyant, the medium, all right? She travels in and out of the physical and the uh, astral planes. She's also very tied with the moon and the moon's phases. And she is led by her intuition. She often communicates through dreams. This could be, your own inner higher self or your inner mystic coming out, whether male or female. If you are a male watching this, this could be a unattainable or a fantasy girl. Okay. I'm hearing to think logically. Think logically when contemplating courting her. Now, I'm also hearing that this could be the the feminine divine. Okay, this would be your sorceress, your witch, your healer, your mystic, your psychic, like I said. But this could also be representing the feminine divine. And if that is the case, I do see that you may be getting messages or synchronicities happening in your life. This mostly will be coming through your dreams and your intuitions. I'm hearing also that you're barely skimming the surface of how deep she really goes, or how deep you really go. All right. So the next card in the reading is Crowning, and you have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is usually an actual person in our lives. And if so, this is an earth sign, a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. Female, normally. It can be a male, but most of the time it's a female. She is a very good businesswoman. She's down to earth, very grounded by nature, very in touch with nature, the animals and the plants, and the earth in general. Like I said, she's a very good businesswoman. She's good with money. She's that climber, that go-getter, that power businesswoman, usually. Once she sets her goals on something, there's nothing that she can't achieve. Now, I'm also seeing that she can be a bit materialistic, likes the finer things in life. However, she wears multiple coats. I'm seeing, on the outside, she's wearing, that materialistic, earth type coat. And then underneath that, she's very thoughtful in the blue. And underneath that, she has the purple, divine spirituality, deep connection with spirituality coat as well. So there's many layers to her. You may only be seeing the surface of her. But this is crowning the reading. So I am seeing that this person is a highlight in your life for November. She is usually, this is indicating that, she could give you good advice when it comes to business or just life in general. But mainly this is about business, money, finances, property, things like that. If you're able to get through the layers, she could definitely give you very good advice spiritually as well. Okay. Now, the next card in the reading is in the this is an unknown position, and this is the Page of Wands, upright. Now, the Page of Wands, again, is usually an actual person in our lives, usually a female, not always, but usually. And this would be somebody between the ages of late teens, early mid-20s, somewhere in there. Or they could just act that age. But this would be a fire sign, usually. This would be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. And she brings messages, invitations, announcements, things like that. Um, Whatever it is that she is bringing to you, this could come as a letter, this could come as a phone call or a visit, um, or just, uh, a conversation. Whatever it is, it sparks a very creative and uh, energetic spark within you. I'm feeling. I'm. I just heard that it's giving you a zap back into reality and like oh, almost like to get you going, get you moving on your path, getting zapped with a cattle taser or something is what I'm seeing. And but this is something that just gets you motivated, okay? And something you're very passionate about, very excited and energetic about, like I said. For some of you, I'm feeling like this person is coming by plane, all right, from either California or Florida, for those of you who live in the States. I am seeing a very tropical, sunny place. So if you're in other parts of the world, see how that might apply to you. But I do see this person coming by plane for some of you. All right, so the next card in the reading is in the past position. Now, this I like to call the catalyst card. Okay, this is what has set everything else into motion. And we have the moon, major arcana. And the moon is about secrets, hidden knowledge, things you're not aware of. It's also about dreams and intuition, that feminine self again. And here we go again. This is very connected to this high priestess. Okay, and I'm seeing that you may have had to pick a side or draw a line in the sand where where you are having to face the opponent. There is an opposing opponent or team or something like that. Okay, I am seeing a Cancer sign kind of refereeing um, between the two. I am also seeing like it's almost like if it was a team, it would be against the suns and the moons. Um, and as of right now, they look about tied. Okay, which is interesting also because in order to be truly balanced and um, truly successful in anything, you need to have balance in your life, and that includes the sun and the moon, the masculine, the feminine, the dark and the light. The mystical and the unknown and the illuminated. Um, Aspects. Okay, um, this is also about. I'm hearing treading water. Hmm, treading water. Interesting. Um, I don't know how that would apply to each individual, but that is coming through. I am also hearing that everything revolves on an access point. That's interesting, but that is coming through as well. So take that for what it's worth. All right, so I do see that this high priestess, okay, she definitely has a big role to play in what's going on for you, and this is kind of carried over from the past months. Um, so, like I said, this is either, depending on each of you individually, this is either a help, somebody that can help you remove the obstacles in your life and move forward, or, energy, okay, it doesn't have to be a person. Um, or this is uh, a hinder. Okay, this is what is blocking you. Okay, from moving ahead or moving forward. All right. So the next card in the reading is in the future position. And please remember that the future is never written in stone. This is just the most probable outcome if everything stays on the same course. And we have another major arcana card, the devil. All right. And this is upright. So this is telling me that, well, the devil means many different things, but I'm feeling to me like this is the use of your intuition, that use of that ancient knowledge and the forbidden knowledge, so to speak, things that have been hidden away from the world by, religious organizations such as, the Gnostics, the Book of Enoch, the forbidden books. But you're really kind of taking an interest in that, I'm seeing. I'm also seeing that where there's smoke, there's fire. And you are definitely hot on the trail, I'm hearing. Okay. So, that's going to play out differently for each one of you. But I'm hearing the hot and cold game, you're very hot. You're very close, I'm hearing. Okay. So the next card in the reading is in the position of you, your hopes, your fears, your desires. This could also be in the position of why everything else is happening. And we have the Nine of Cups upright. Now the Nine of Cups is about celebrations, about toasting, joyful events, celebrating, um, wine and drinks flowing, okay, catering, I'm seeing. Um, this may be in a bar, a tavern, a club, um, whether in your home or in a public place. But I do see that there are, um, a lot of celebrating going on. And I feel like you are hosting this. I am also hearing rats in the attic for you. Now, that's going to play out differently for each of you, individually. But for some of you, this may be quite literal. If you are hearing things up in the attic, maybe you should get an exterminator. But for some of you, this could be indicating, spies or two-faced people that are at this party. This, it's going to play out differently for each one of you again. And I believe that this came out in another sign as well. I don't remember which one, but I know that came out in another sign. I think it was probably Virgo. All right, so the next card in the reading is in the events, the people, the energies surrounding you at this time, and we have the Five of Swords reversed. Okay, so this is indicating that the battle is over, or it's the war has just begun, but the battle is over. I'm hearing. For some of you, you may be feeling like, you're kind of beat up and tore up from this battle. Keep your head up. This was only a battle. Okay. Call it the practice round. I'm hearing. I'm also hearing for a lot of you that the bickering, the disruptions, the battles are coming to an end, and the peace dove is flying in. So that part of you is over. The enemies have been defeated. Yeah, you are definitely victorious for some of you. For some of you, the opposite. But again, just like that very first card in the reading, be careful, not to be rash or hasty in your decisions or choices, okay? Because it may not end up that well for you if you do. Now, in the position of the unknown again, this is hidden secrets, hidden knowledge again, we have the Queen of Swords upright. Okay? Now, the Queen of Swords is usually an air sign, which is a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. This is usually female, not always, but usually. Okay? But she is very thought driven, okay? She's very analytical. She is always on her toes, very warlike um, female, okay? Always thinking. She's the kind of person who is 10 steps ahead when the game has hardly begun, all right? I also hear that she has a double-edged sword to her, okay? And I'm feeling like that's her own duality, her dark and her light side. If she's working on her right, on her, um, her light side, sorry, she would be, that advisor. This could be a counselor. This could be a lawyer, someone in a military, in any military branch or government position. This could be a judge. This could be, just somebody who is very knowledgeable in whatever it is that you need advice on. Okay. If she's working on her negative side, this is somebody who is very cutthroat with their words. I mean, their words are like knives. They can cut you to the quick with just a word. Okay. They often seem very cold and disconnected. Um, often seems to lack compassion or empathy. I'm hearing that is just a ruse. This is a mask. She actually is a very deep and thoughtful woman. However, she is also very stern and cold when she needs to be. It takes a lot to warm her up. I'm also seeing the waves rolling in. So, I'm feeling like it's not, the water is not, harsh or, um, really choppy as it would be in a storm. But it is, definitely has some energies coming into you that could be a little, concerning. All right. And that is probably having to do with, this gossiping. Okay. This person may even be the one trying to engage in that gossip with you. Okay? So just keep that in mind. This could actually be your energy as well, Scorpio. You could be taking on both that Queen of Pentacles and that Queen of Swords there. So just keep that in mind, please. It's going to play out differently for each one of you, I know, but I am seeing that. Now, last but not least, we have the Four of Swords upright, and this is in the outcome position. Okay, so please remember again that future is never written in stone. This is just the most probable outcome, but this is telling me that you need to rest. You need to rest, relax, um, enjoy the eye of the storm. Okay, also to rejuvenate and to regather your energy and recuperate for some of you. I also feel like for some of you, you may be playing possum, um, where, you may be acting like you're asleep um, or dead, like a possum would, but you have your hand right next to the sword and ready to attack. Okay? Almost like a sneak attack. I do see three forces or three actions being, oh, well, I wouldn't say actions either. I feel like it's more like three swords looming over you. This could be people, this could be attacks, this could be threats, these could be mind games, or three major thoughts that are plaguing you. Okay? Whatever it is, you need to sleep on it, meditate, relax, rest, rejuvenate, okay? And recuperate. All right. So before I go, I am going to pull from my Divination of the Ancients Oracle deck to see if we can get a little bit of guidance for you for November. One second, please. Okay. And we have received the lots of chance. And again, this is from my Divination of the Ancients Oracle deck. And lot says, an opportunity for you has been cast. Do you have the courage to take the chance that you have been given, or will you let it pass you by? Whatever happens, your life will change, and it's up to you which way it will go. You have been asking for just this, for something different, something exciting to happen. You know you will never be contented to rest on your laurels. If you really want to spice up your life, and you know you do, then it's time for adventure. Life happens for those who take a chance, but nothing happens for those who don't take risks. The Lots card says, go for it. The more you experience, the stronger and more confident you will become. Take up an opportunity that allows you to work towards reaching your full potential. Don't be afraid to build on solid foundations when the chance to do so arises, be it a financial opportunity or someone's change of heart. All right. So that definitely sums everything else up. Don't stir the pot just for the sake of excitement, I'm hearing as well. All right, Scorpio, I do hope that this gave you some guidance, some insight into the path ahead. And again, if you would like a private reading with me, you may do so by following the link to my website. Email is usually the easiest way to get a hold of me. And again, I wish you many blessings for the month of November, and I will see you again in December. Namaste, Scorpio.